what character would it be?
Link or Felix?
Felix.
Who's Felix?
We haven't finished watching ReZero, but I'll show you.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you. Don't worry.
You have to know who Felix is.
Yeah.
Animated or non-animated?
Animated.
Didn't he say cartoon character?
Yeah.
Snap.
I just wanted
Oh.
clarification, okay?
Okay. We should all book a cruise liner, but one that's like for really old people, so we can just play shuffleboard on the deck.
Cruises are evil. We just watched a video
I mean,
on this.
I know, but like that's why it's fresh in my mind, you know. But maybe there's
We
like
should
a really
not.
small one that's less
No.
pollutant.
No, they all suck.
Yes, they all do suck.
dishes.
And there is a pandemic
if-
going on.
Yes.
What if I'll just write a letter to Jeff Bezos, see if I can take his yacht out and we can have a good time.
One of his yachts.
Jeffrey Bezos.
We've got a Bo Burnham fan in the house.
I literally just watched it for that bit, and I didn't even watch the whole thing. I asked Karen where it was, and I watched that specific part of the thing. Ignored everything else.
So my
earworm.
My problem with Bo Burnham's Special Inside is that it's good. It's just co-opted by the same people who ruined theater and musicals for me.
Who?
Where like they will just be like, you mention it and they're like, when I was 12 in middle school, Frozen came out. And it was huge smash success. And the people that I hung out with were theater kids.
Oh,
so
good lord.
Oh,
I know
no.
what you're talking.
No.
I was not a theater kid myself. I was finding my way through the world. I was in chorus, but only because I just enjoyed to sing.
And incorrigible.
And I don't know what that means, but so like anytime somebody was mad and somebody said, "Hey man, just let it go," they would bust out singing even in the middle of class.
That's a lot.
Let it go.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and yeah, they would bust out singing it, and they would like legitimately recite the whole song at lunch. And I did not want to be involved in that. So the same kind of people that would have done that are like the people that are super into Bo Burnham right now, which I guess I'm like, you know, faulting people for enjoying something, I suppose. I guess on the inside, I guess on the inside I'm jealous that that people have like
Nice.
unfettered happiness when experiencing something that it can like completely change their whole life. I only really get that with horror movies. Like certain ideas in horror movies stick with me.
You're gonna love this summer.
You're out here like, oh man, you know, the Saw puppet really does resonate with me.
No, more so about like the themes of like the ties of families and like what it means to be a human being and like I guess it's like NL when he wrote on his icebreaker in like 6th grade. There's like an icebreaker thing. NL talked about this, and it was like, I like reading about, and then he wrote down the human condition.
Oh my God.
Who doesn't?
Classic.
And so I guess that's sort of it. Like I just really like I don't know, sometimes horror movies can just be cheesy and scary, but sometimes it can also like help you understand certain fears, I guess, in a way. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I'm going to call out another podcast, Reply All. Alex Goldman is a sucker for horror movies in the same way that you like them. Like it can teach you about things, about the human psyche and things like that. So I would recommend watching one of their like side shows, which is only a few episodes long, but it is basically taking somebody who's a fraidy cat of horror shows and making him watch it, and then kind of having a podcast discussion after the fact to see if they can dissect the movie, and they're always like Midsommar and all the classics.
But before you watch all of those, watch the rest of the Sausage Pod episodes first.
Yeah.
And then you can do that.
And then you're allowed.
Then you're free to do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before you go, and by the way, Reply All will be taking the check
Yeah.
for this shout out. But the yeah, but that's interesting. I like that. Like, there's some movies like the original Night of the Living Dead was an accidental great allegory for like segregation and racism in America.
Even
It was shot
accidentally.
in well, it was shot in black and white, not because there was only black and white film, but because it was cheapest. And it really had needed like contrast and whatever. So there's a big clash between black and white in the movie. And the main character was a black man who was constantly being screwed over by literally everybody else who coincidentally was white. Originally, the main character was originally meant to be a white person, but the guy who ended up with the role, the director George A. Romero was just like, this guy is incredible. I want him for the role. So he got the role, and when the main actor drove home at night, he would get like approached by like mobs of racists
Aw.
threatening him to drop out of the movie. And at the end of the movie, um, like a bunch of like hillbilly hicks drive out into the middle of the zombie apocalypse to try to clear out the infections and kill the zombies. And they see the black main character in a window, and they say, "There's another one, shoot him." So it was like he got killed, shot in the
What
head.
the fuck?
So it's a big like allegory about how like you know like black people are seen as in society, or at least at that time, definitely still remains today, but like an allegory for how like black people are seen as like less than human.
Right.
And like when uh white people get the power and it turns into like anarchy, they're gonna see a lot of hate crimes and whatever. And it
Now,
wasn't
hold on a second.
completely intentional by the director, but
Anarchy is a good thing, but not the kind that you're talking about. That being
yeah.
said, there was a, I mean, this is like tangentially and real life related to that sort of.
Just a plug for Anarchy here from Mark.
No, it's not. It's actually for arming yourself, and armed minorities are harder to oppress. And there was a really fucked up thing that happened. It was basically in an open carry state, a black man had like a gun on his hip, and he went to like a grocery store or gas station or something, and people like called the police on him in the same vein as like the same shit that like all other like weird gun carrying conservatives do. So, recognize the double standard. It's still very much alive and is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Know your rights, baby.
Oh yeah. So depressing.
But anyway, that's what I like about horror movies. That there are, well, not no, but like there are in horror, it can even accidentally take on a different meaning. And I really like that because there's something that goes on in my head, and I'm not sure if other people get this, but I've heard that it comes with a diagnosis of ADHD. I get like meta commentary in my head a lot, where like my brain talks to itself for like hours on end, even in silence, where like the things in my head, I like pick apart every little single bit about things that I'm interested in. And I just contextualize it over and over and over, and find new meaning in things. And sometimes it's really lonely to be picking apart every single thing in the day. But sometimes when it comes to like movies, I'm able to like, I would be a great film major is kind of what I'm saying, is like anytime somebody shows me like a movie, I could be like, well, this blah 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 can blah 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 blah.
You should make
And
a channel or something out of it, dude.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Like it just dissecting horror films. I mean, honestly, I like watching people dissect horror films because I don't really like watching horror films that much, but I really like you said, like the themes and stuff.
Yeah, people talking about it.
Yeah, I think there would be a cool market for that. Like in the same way, like I used to really enjoy watching Rockley Smile back in the day, play a lot of old horror games that I never wanted to play, but like watching someone else play them and like seeing their perspective and stuff, especially people who don't get like scared of it, was really intriguing and very comforting, but also like some very interesting. I really liked watching that kind of stuff.
It's kind of like having a conversation about a book that everybody quote unquote should read, but is just so difficult to get through. But the other person has suffered through it, so you didn't have to. But it's interesting to listen to all of the commentary and get the major themes and things like that. So honestly, I would love you, Will, to like put that down somewhere, because I'd like to pick your brain without actually having to like
talk to you,
ask you.
Oh my God.
Hey. Well, I'm just really bad at questions to begin with. I'm like, what do you think about this? Like me, literature, like analyzing literature, not my thing. Hated it. Will never do it. But I like it when people talk about it.
Dude, Will, I think I could totally help you with that too. I've been trying to get back into like more video production type stuff. If you'd be down for it, of course.
Yeah, that sounds dope. I'll start thinking about something that I would like to talk about.
Like,
and
I think just picking a movie or just picking a theme and then like stringing it across multiple movies. I think those are the two best ways of doing it, maybe. And I'm actually working on a video myself recently. It has nothing to do with movies, but it does have to do. I'm calling the video book burning and required reading. I think I've done a really good job so far at like researching the topic and talking about stuff. I'm trying to make like a really cool video essay, but I'm still pretty early. I'm just writing the script.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing, is making sure you have a script beforehand.
Yeah.
And you have like what you want to do. Although I do have a good recommendation for at some point for you, Will, is the Guillermo del Toro horror movies. They've got like a different brand of horror that are really interesting to dissect.
Yeah, I haven't seen any, but I've seen like screenshots of some of this shit, and I'm like, if it ever pops up on like Netflix or whatever, I'm definitely into like watching it.
Yeah, like Mama, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Crimson Peak is more than just horror, but it is, I guess, horror at its core.
Didn't he make The Color of Water?
Yeah, The Shape of Water.
The Color of Water. Blue?
Blue.
That is
clear.
Yeah, that was a really weird movie.
It's fun. I'm always a big fan of fish stick.
All right, Kanye West.
Did I ever
Is that a South
one
Park
time
reference?
Yep.
Oh.
when also like in 2012 when I was doing like that was the first year that like my school got Chromebooks.
Okay.
And in science class we were given a Chromebook to do like a website activity or whatever. And I was like, I wanted to test out the the speech to text feature on it. So I said fish sticks.
Oh no.
And it Googled fish dicks.
Oh my God.
I got so scared that they I don't know if they did this in your school, but they all in sixth grade in middle school, they were like, there is a man dedicated to watching your search history. His name is Howard.
Hi, Howard.
So don't search anything you wouldn't want Howard to know
What if
about.
you typed in "Hi Howard"?
Yeah.
So
Make his day.
So I typed in I immediately closed that search and then opened up Chrome again and searched hey Howard, I'm sorry, that was a mistake. Please forgive me.
Oh my God.
I was so terrified that
This is how we
Howard-
control our children.
I've never
By
had
Howard.
that opportunity because all of the schools that I've ever been to, except for my college, did not have any like computers or anything like accessible to all students. I think even my high school, I don't even think we had a computer lab. Like we had to share computers because it was like 15 computers in like classes of 30, and they'd be like, find a partner and pick a computer, and we're like, oh, okay. And then it was just like,
That's sad little district.
it was
you
really well, it was also a private school, but they like spent all their money on other stupid bullshit.
Okay, that is the stupidest thing ever. If you're going to a private school, you should most definitely have computers for all your students.
We had computers for every student in each classroom in ours.
They thought about
they were
like,
granted they were old Macs and they were slow as fuck, and the beach ball of death was very common, but we had computers.
ours were like, even if you got a computer, I think they like had a program where you had to like pick from 3 and then you paid for them yourselves and you got to like kind of keep it, but they loaded a bunch of bullshit onto it. But it was also optional, so no one fucking did it. So because people were like, we're not gonna pay for a laptop.
What is this libertarian school?
I don't know. It was bullshit, and people were like, why would we even do this? So no one got it, and it was like for a few months they even like allowed us to do it, and then they were like, actually, yeah, no one's doing it, so it kind of sucks.
I went to a very not affluent public high school, and all of us got a Chromebook to take home and bring to every class with us.
Well, also
shit.
Chromebooks are like $50 to like $100, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
But these were like real ass laptops that if you're gonna buy one, you don't want it to have like a bunch of bullshit loaded on from your school. Like, why would you even do that?
Yeah.
When I was also 12 in 6th grade, they during lunch you would be able to go to the library and like play like cool math for kids or whatever.
God.
Love those games.
And apparently we word went around the school that something bad had happened. I'm like, what happened? And they were like, I've noticed that everybody was like avoiding this kid. And I was like, what happened? And they were like, he got the school banned from playing Minecraft on the PCs
What?
because he said a racial slur in chat. And I was like, what? Excuse me?
Oh, a gamer at heart, I see.
Oh my gosh.
This
Good
kid
Lord.
Justin got us permanently banned from being able to access Minecraft because he decided to type the N-word 6 times in chat.
Wait, did he? Wait, so like, what? Like the school was like, oh, he said a racial slur, so everyone loses it, or like,
Minecraft makes you racist.
No, they pulled like the average like conservative family idea that like since they were able to say this, that means that this should be banned. So they
Yes.
banned Minecraft.
Why don't you ban Justin?
Yeah, I was about to say, just like just put them up in stockades every time everyone plays Minecraft and be like, look, this is what happens to racists.
Throw tomatoes at him.
Yeah, every time someone brings up Justin's name in chat, you get to throw a tomato at him. I think Will would
You
have
guys ever play Minecraft?
never, ever.
we
I would have what?
Yeah, we played it together.
we played it
We all
together.
played it together. Would you guys be down? Would you guys want to do another Minecraft server or no?
About that, I'm actually so now that I have a spare PC, I can try to set up a permanent server.
That'd be cool.
I just need a power supply and a hard drive.
So
and a
you
case.
don't have a spare PC. You have a few PC parts. Is
And a
what you-
shell.
Well, I have them.
No,
I have
I just
60
wanted to clarify because you said I had a
It
spare
does not
PC.
function currently in its
I mean,
state.
technically, I do have a power supply, but I really just need a hard.
I
drive.
basically
I've
have
got
a PC.
car. It's
I
just
have-
missing the motor
Children,
and the
children.
gas.
Exactly.
You're not. I'm not inviting.
I
you to
have
my
4
Minecraft server.
wheels in my garage. I basically have the machinations of a car. So in about 3 months, I can drive you
God.
somewhere if you want.
Oh my god!
He is thoroughly upset about being bullied.
I'm just being bullied in like the dumbest way.
I actually,
I'm doing an IP ban on
my
you.
parents are coming. They're gonna move like kind of close to where we live, and they
Oh,
have like
fuck.
an old. They have like an old shitty Dell computer, and I was gonna like see if they were willing to transport it, and then I was gonna retrofit that into a server too potentially.
Yeah, but mine has 16 gigs of RAM. I mean,
Okay.
it's a DDR3, but it's
Well,
still
at least
16 gigs
all
of
I need
RAM,
to do is
bitch.
replace the RAM instead of building a whole ass fucking computer.
What? I have all the parts. I just need the hard drive.
You said case
Okay,
hard drive and PSU.
Markov is going to explode.
That's okay.
Do we want that?
I do have a PSU. It's just very old, and I'm kind of scared to use it.
So
It's okay. It's for a server. It's fine.
Yeah. I just don't, and that doesn't need a case. I would just like a case. I can run it in a cardboard box.
Oh,
People do that.
Some
Don't
fans
laugh.
on it. Water-cooled cardboard box.
heck yes.
Why did you throw away the case that we had then?
Really
broke
busted
it.
up case.
It was not.
It was. Yeah, it was.
No, it was not. It was still functional. It was still functional, everybody.
It was also really big and heavy.
It was big and heavy.
I would get something smaller.
Okay, whatever.
All right. Get a
You know
But
job.
what
yes, I
else
would
is
like
big
to
and
play
heavy?
Minecraft.
She's so offended.
I'd be more interested. I wish Hytale would fucking come
Yeah,
out
I'm ready
already.
for Hytale. That's why I'm kind of cautious to start a new Minecraft game with everyone, because if Hytale comes out soon, then we're gonna just fuck off probably.
Oh yeah.
What is high tech?
It's
the best game.
It sounds like a furry game, but it's not.
what?
It does.
I thought for a second it was a furry game, and then you guys talked about in the context of Minecraft. I'm like, oh, it's that one game that's never coming out. It's Star Citizen of Minecraft.
It's supposed to come out, or like it's supposed to be available this year, hopefully.
Yeah, Star Citizen was supposed to be available when I
Yeah,
graduated
but
high
they
school, and it
didn't.
didn't.
I don't think they've pushed back the release on Hytale. There just haven't been that many updates. But I mean, it looks very functional what they've shown. But speaking of like games that aren't
Vaporware.
might not come out but are kind of bad. Will and I played Back for Blood yesterday.
I liked seeing the chat. Oh, you guys want to play it? Like an hour later, don't play it.
I mean, I think everyone, and you can like what you like. I think the game is fine. Like the base of it is totally serviceable, but man, it is not as good as Left 4 Dead 2, which came out like 11 years ago or some shit like that.
Plus no
Yeah.
mods.
Yeah, I think it's even worse than base Left 4 Dead 2. When did this come out? 2009? It came out 12 years ago? Jesus Christ. And it's better so there's a couple key differences. I think the reload animations are really good. And that's a really strange thing to say are good, but that's honestly one of the best aspects of the whole game. The guns sound like wet toilet paper being hit with a small spatula. And the only thing that they do better than Left 4 Dead, I think, is loot. Because you can get guns that have different like damage ratings and like equipment ratings, and then also attachments. And the attachments are cool. I like if they retrofitted Left 4 Dead and added that attachment and loot system, I think it would you literally could not compare the two games. Back 4 Blood is worse in almost every other measure. The design, the enemies, the actual feeling of the game somehow feels clunkier than Left 4 Dead. I don't
The
understand it.
zombie deaths aren't even as satisfying, because in Left 4 Dead, if you just empty an entire magazine on a zombie, it's gonna keep twitching like a Wild West. You ever seen a Wild West clip where they reach for their gun, but somebody beats them to the draw, and they go
do they do the fucking Harlem Shake for a second, and then
yeah, and Back 4 Blood, they just drop.
yeah.
I think I like how the ammo is divided up, because it does kind of incentivize swapping weapons.
Yeah, I agree.
However, it's undermined by the fact that you can find ammo piles literally around the corner,
Everywhere,
every part of the
all
game.
over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the card and perk system. So there's a couple things that distinguish Back 4 Blood. One is, like we mentioned, the ammo system. So instead of just finding an ammo pile that refills your 900 round capacity in Left 4 Dead, you have to find packs of 50 ammo for each different weapon type. So there's shotgun shells, pistol / SMG, which I think should not be bunched together, sniper and rifle ammo. And it should do resource management. And honestly, it might be on higher difficulties, but the only time we ever ran across ammo issues I did when I was running solo, and one of the people had no idea where to go, so they were just wandering around in an infinite swarm, constantly wasting ammo. And I was like, just do the fucking objective. That also leads to the point, the AI is fucking dog shit. Oh my god. I shit you not. You know how in Left 4 Dead you get jumped by a zombie and then they beat the shit out of you for 10 seconds, and then an AI comes and shoots them. I was pounced upon by a zombie, and one of the AI was literally staring at me as I was being murdered. I got downed, like I got stuck to the floor and then downed in the span of like 30 seconds. And they just stood there the entire time and didn't even fire a shot. And like, that's like normal for the AI. Like, oh my God, it's so bad. Left 4 Dead AI is actually good, and they generally will help you to the best of their abilities. But it's also a game that came out 12 years ago, and they did it better.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
They're at least like more than 2/3 of the rounds, each level. We just were like, yeah, let's just abandon these guys, and we left them to die because they just would not keep up with us.
And one of them died to a single common undead. Like, one of the normal ass zombies was just beating the shit out of him, and he just stood there and did nothing. And I was like, you know what? You don't deserve to be revived.
They also got on like a minigun and then spun up their weapon just to fire a single bullet. And then they stopped, and then they need to like spin up for another 3 seconds to shoot more bullets. So it's just like,
but they shot one bullet every time. Like, they go like,
like Mark and I are, yeah. It's just.
Oh, good Lord. And also they were trying to shoot zombies that they couldn't see. So I thought he was just shooting a wall, but it turned out that one of the zombies was hiding underneath, like just underneath the gun point, like on the other side of like a Humvee. And so like he couldn't aim low enough to shoot them, but instead of helping us where the zombies couldn't hit him at all and got stuck on the truck, he just fucking started shooting at the wall. And I was like, okay. And then I got in the minigun and it was out of ammo because he wasted it all.
Oh,
It's actually just like one. And also they don't even heal themselves. Like, they'll be at like 0 health. There'll be plenty of med supplies and they just won't do anything.
They'll have like a full med kit in their inventory, and then the game will be like, hey, you can heal mom with right mouse button. And I'm like, hey, why don't you give the bots that prompt that they can heal themselves?
For real. And then there's like things on the wall that like are the only way of recovering the health that like has been permanently lost. And by, I mean like quote unquote, like permanently, I guess. But like they won't use those either. There'll be like 4 charges and you'll use 2 of them, and they'll be like, I know I'm at like 1/4 health right now, but I don't think I need to heal. Like that's asking a little too much of me right now. Good. It's not good. And then also the monetization. I don't know if you guys know the game Evolve. Have you heard of that?
Yep.
So do you remember Evolve, that like how they had like really strange monetization practices and then like ruined the game on release, and then also had a bunch of DLC and then eventually went free to play and then killed the servers anyway because no one was playing it?
Yep.
Made by the same people.
I thought it was made by the same people, but that one was really made through Valve, right? Like Valve.
I think it had some of the developers from,
like, I think Valve published it or something like that, and then they
Evolve
developed
or
it.
Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood.
Evolve.
I don't know
Here,
actually.
let's
Yeah,
see.
Evolve publisher. Oh wait, this is not. Oh no, it's 2K, dude. It's 2K game.
Oh, 2K? Oh, I thought Valve had something to do. Oh, Turtle Rock. Okay, you're right. So Turtle Rock Studio. Damn.
It's acquired. Oh wait, Turtle Rock is owned by Valve. I didn't even realize. But it's also Back 4 Blood is being published by Warner Brothers, which should also scare the shit out of anyone who wants Back 4 Blood to be good. Warner Bros. Does not have a good track record for releasing like good, not broken games for the most part.
aren't they just a horrible, like, company in general?
They released Arkham Knight.
They did that, and then
Arkham Knight.
they did the bad one too. The like really fucking broken one. Arkham City.
Arkham Origins.
Oh, Arkham Origins. That's it.
Yeah, and then I think they monetized one of the Lord of the Rings games really badly.
Oh yeah. Was that them that did the Shadow of War?
I think so.
Warner Bros. Published it.
Oh yeah. I mean, they have a track record for destroying games, to be honest. I think they've done a few good ones. Like I think the older Batman games were pretty good. Will would probably know better than me though.
Yeah, they're very good, and they hold up to this day. as well.
But most of the games that they've published, I think in more recent times, have been much worse, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see what WB Games
They made
has
Scribble
made.
Knots? Oh no, they published Scribble Knots.
Published, yeah.
Scribble Knots.
I like Scribble
love that
Knots,
game.
but it's
They made Mortal Kombat 11 famous for having every character hidden behind a paywall.
oh god. So anyway, Back for Blood. Given
more like
already
bad for bad.
already the problems with it, I think I don't know if it's worth downloading for you, Markov, but I mean, it might be worth just like giving it a shot because it is in free open beta right now. I don't know how long it's going to be free for or how long it's going to be in open beta, but I'd be pissed if I spent $60 on this game. Like, if it was 30, maybe I'd be a little more open to it, but like, man, $60 is like a slap in the face. And then there's also like the deluxe editions and shit already too.
Oh yeah. And betas are just, I mean, they're not really betas anymore. They're just demos now.
I mean,
they just call them betas for the sake of, oh, it's in beta, but in reality, oh shit, this is the build that we're gonna launch and maybe fix a few bugs. But other than that, that's how it's gonna be.
I hope they do fix like the weird double shot bug where sometimes my gun just shoots twice, even though I'm trying to just tap with it. Really weird. I don't know.
I do like the perk system, though. I do like the perks unlock system. I will give credit for that one, where like the more you play the game, the better shit you're gonna find because you're not gonna get stuck with like, plus 5% health, or plus 5 health every single game once you get further in the game. But it also makes it kind of like Garbo, I'm gonna guess, at like the end where like if you run it on like recruit difficulty, you're just gonna have like a run through.
Yeah.
So it's a balanced it's perfectly balanced as all things should be.
And I played 1.5 runs, which the runs take way fucking longer than Left 4 Dead as well. Like, not necessarily in a good way, because I feel like the level design is kind of dog shit. Like, it's so varied in like quality. Like, the first 2 act levels are like pretty okay. Like, they feel kind of like Left 4 Dead levels. And then like the last 4 are like, who the fuck made this? Like the finale and then the mission before the finale. The mission before the finale, we were like, is this like, are we outside of the map? Like, where the fuck are we going?
Are we supposed to be alive? Is this gonna like lead to like a cutscene in which like Voss from Far Cry tells us the definition of insanity?
Because we like, you run up this huge hill with like infinite zombies spawning. Like, our AI had been dead for a really long time. They spawned like 4 special infected all at the same time. We're like, what the hell is happening? And then the next level, the finale or whatever, you just load an artillery cannon 5 times. And Markov, you played the Left 4 Dead 2, right? The mission where you like load up the gasoline in the car, right?
In the NASCAR, yeah.
That one is like actually well designed and does create like senses of panic. It kind of forces you to either move as a group and get separated, but you do it faster, right? But these fucking artillery shells are literally like 5 feet away from the fucking cannon. And then they only spawn a new wave when you use one. And half the special infected just got stuck outside of the map, like watching us from the outside. And I was like, what is happening? Is this the finale? And then like we finished. So the second to last level took us like almost like 15 minutes total. And then the last level took us like 4 minutes. And I was like, that was it? And then the credits rolled.
At the end, you fire 5 artillery shells, and then you just get in a Humvee behind you.
And then it's done. That's it. That's the whole fucking final level. It was so weird. It's so
that doesn't sound
extremely uncanny.
Speaking of the NASCAR thing, I don't get why they chose a NASCAR as the getaway vehicle. Can 4 people fit in a NASCAR?
I don't
Isn't
know.
it just the driver?
I don't know. Was it a NASCAR? I thought it was just like a mall. Like when?
No. It was because they had a thing.
I thought it was one of those like
meet the driver
old like grand prizes like at a mall where you'd like put your. You guys remember that? Like in a mall, you'd like you like write your name down, and then it's like you could win this like Kia Soul if you put your name in this hat. but you're also
Oh boy, I
subscribing
hope
to
I win.
300,000 spam calls in the next year.
Okay, I'm looking at right now. It isn't a NASCAR. It is like a Dodge Charger, but it is a race car.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
So maybe like a local circuit thing.
Wait, don't they have space for people, but they just like don't have seats to reduce weight? I thought.
Yeah.
I think they
Cram
have
people in the
like a
back.
roll cage in the back.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you could sit in there. It wouldn't be comfortable, but like as a getaway vehicle, I think it's fine.
Pretty fast.
It would be fast.
Looking at-
Imagine if they didn't have a floor and it was just a roll cage, and if you had to like keep yourself on like monkey bars, otherwise you'd like have to Flintstones your way into not having your feet chopped off.
Ah,
Lovely.
Man, yeah, that'd be fucking funny. Like that's how I used to be when I was a child and I was like nervous about my parents driving. I would grab the little thing up there at the top.
Oh yeah.
You guys cars ever have the hooks, and I would just hold on to it. And I'm like, this
my
thing
God,
isn't
yeah.
gonna save my life, but I'm gonna put my faith in you.
Did you guys ever imagine a character outside of the car running alongside the car?
always.
Yep.
I always I
Yeah.
thought of Sonic a lot.
For me, it was Will from Foster's Home for Imaginary
Oh my
Friends.
god, that kid can book it
Nice.
apparently.
It was horses for me.
Of course.
And there we have it, our resident horse lady.
But it's mules now.
Horse girl.
I like
It's
mules.
I hope they're of the Moscow variety.
Alcohol joke.
Ah,
don't
alcohol.
get it.
No, I wasn't disparaging you, Karen. She gave me a dirty look.
I don't get it.
Oh, I forgot you don't know
You're
what
not
alcohol is,
cool.
Mark.
I'm assuming it is a Moscow Mule. I'm gonna guess. Let me wait. Let me construct this
Okay.
drink, okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
think of it's okay.
Okay.
So it's a cocktail. I'll give you
Okay,
that.
I don't
hint.
know what a cocktail is, so this is gonna be
Oh,
fun.
Jesus.
Um,
It
no, wait,
has
hold on.
two
No, no,
different
no, no.
liquids.
That is all a Sigma.
Wait,
him
I
do
need
it.
to I need to come up with it from the ground up. Okay, ready?
Okay.
All right.
Wait, it has a specific container as well, usually.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
I know.
But
Okay,
okay,
so
yeah.
vodka.
Yep.
It's a pretty. Yep.
I.
Oh my god, he's too good.
If I genuinely
It's
had to
actually
come
a
up
very-
with this.
It's a very simple. Okay, I think the most basic one you can come up with is 3 ingredients.
Okay.
So vodka's one of
vodka.
them. What are the other 2 ingredients?
I don't know why, and I can't get it out of my head anymore. But beef jerky.
What?
Throw
No.
it in.
No, not even
Let's see,
close.
What would make it more Moscow? Let's say powdered sugar. Powdered sugar, beef jerky, and vodka. That's my
Perfect.
That's my Moscow.
He's got
Mule.
it. He's got
That's
it.
what they drink in
No.
Moscow. That's right.
He's got it.
It's the snow.
We don't have sugar.
The
Aw.
mule is beef jerky. I don't know why, but it just is. And then the
That's
powder
sad.
is Moscow because it's snowy there. That's
That's so funny.
Okay, the actual answer is vodka, ginger beer, and lime.
why is that
Literally,
mule?
that's it.
Why is it?
I don't.
Who made that a
A
mule?
lot. Okay,
Boink.
a lot of drinks make no sense. In their
Yeah.
naming.
Like, you just got to let that go.
I think
Like
there's one that's
sex
like called
on
like
the
suicide by what? Like right there's like a suicide. I think there's a drink called the suicide.
In Roblox.
No, it's called kamikaze.
Kamikaze. There's
Yeah.
that one.
the kamikaze.
Um,
is
Sex
blowjob.
on the
There's a
beach.
cement mixer. The cement mixer is awful.
Screwdriver.
Isn't there one called
Yep.
"Come in a Hot Tub"?
Yes, I think there is.
There's buttery nipples.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Wait. Give me another drink name, and I'm gonna try and come up with what it is.
Blowjob.
Okay.
Buttery nipples. Go.
Buttery nipples.
I don't know this one,
Okay.
Yes.
I want to say. Oh shit. Okay. I don't know enough alcohol.
I just searched "come in a hot tub." It's so good. I love it.
Okay. Okay. Buttery nipples. It's gonna be. I needed to think of the base. I don't know what it is. Let's just say like.
Okay, it's a shot. It's
a shot
it's
of
a
what
shot.
though? I don't know what it is.
Okay, no, but like that is the amount of
Oh.
liqueur that you have.
Okay.
Is a shot worth.
I don't think that's gonna help
Okay.
him
Wait.
at
Wait.
all.
Okay. No. I got this. Okay.
It's
gonna.
a flavored alcohol. How about that?
No, I don't need your help
Okay,
anymore.
that's fine.
Let's do. I'm gonna say, it's a shot of gin, Nutella.
How would you drink Nutella?
No, like it's just a little bit.
Chonky.
The
You
alcohol
put it in the
dissolves it.
blender.
Okay.
You put it in the blender.
Yeah.
No.
This is a
Oil,
blender. This is a
it's
con-
oil.
It's
like,
supposed to be
you don't-
buttery. And then the nipple is a
Nutella is
marshmallow.
very
The
buttery.
nipple is a marshmarshmallow. There's a
Oh,
There's a
chocolatey.
marshmallow in it.
No, what? Come on.
It's the
you
butter.
can
drink
edit in
that.
there.
Yeah, see, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? You're
Yeah, it
welcome.
does.
No, it doesn't.
I feel like the Nutella would just not dissolve because it's heavily oil based.
Yeah.
Look,
Water or
You
liquid
have
and oils
to
don't.
emulsion it.
I'm not looking for real answers. I'm looking to just make up drinks. Okay. Anyway, what is an actual?
No, you were trying to figure it out. So don't try to back your way saying, "Oh, I'm trying to be a gastroscientist
I
here."
am.
No.
I am a gastroentomologist. So
Um,
so tell tell me what a real buttery nipple is.
A buttery nipple consists of Irish cream liqueur and butterscotch schnapps.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, give
I
me.
knew. I guess they had to have
Give me
like a
another
cream
one.
liqueur.
White Russian.
Okay.
Uh,
Ooh, those are good.
I haven't
okay.
had one actually.
Okay. Oh, if it's Russian, it has to have vodka in there somewhere.
Good.
Good
That's
job.
This man is
obvious.
too good. He's too
And then
good. He's never been
The
wrong.
white part is just it's
It's
just
kind of cursed,
it's
honestly.
just white food dye,
White food.
and then
Uh-huh.
topped with those mints that you get at the end of a meal at a fancy restaurant.
Oh,
Oh, those
man.
pillow
Yeah.
mints.
So just straight
I fucking
vodka
love
and
pillow
mint.
Vodka. Yeah.
Wait, no, I've had white. Isn't White Russian just Kahlua and vodka?
What makes it white?
Let me see. I
I
think
don't
it's
know.
heavy cream.
Yeah.
Heavy cream, right?
You put cream in
There's
it?
definitely.
I
heavy
can
cream
make
in
it
there.
white.
I always just heard it as milk.
It's vodka, coffee liqueur, and cream
Cream.
served over ice.
Okay, so I was close.
It's either milk, half and half, or cream.
Yeah, I was pretty
Gotcha.
close as well.
Yeah.
You got vodka.
But you forgot the
You
coffee.
guys want to do another
Yeah,
one? Or
Kahlua.
I think the bit has run its
Okay.
course.
Who was your weirdest childhood crush?
What do you mean weirdest?
Alcohol.
Like,
What? Wait,
so,
hold
so
on.
I'll go first. Okay. When I was young, I was super into Mystique from X-Men.
I mean, that's just a good choice.
That's the perpy lady
I thought
who
she
had
was
her
blue.
boobs out in the movies, blue and perpy. Yeah,
I didn't like her
She was
her
just blue.
texturing. I didn't like that she had like bumps, right? She had like
What do you mean
Bro.
it's ripped for your blood?
didn't she have
Yeah,
bumps?
she did. Yes,
I didn't like that.
She had scales, kind of.
I thought she was hot.
Scales wouldn't bother me, but like the little like bumps do. I don't like that.
It tells her story.
What? That she's
Don't say it.
Mystique.
Oh.
bumpy. What if she has an alien venereal disease and I'm making fun of it? That's fucked up. I'm sorry.
How fucking dare
I
you?
know. Can't.
She's got
Wow.
Mystique
I'm
herpes.
canceled now. Okay, let's see. Yeah, like weirdest childhood crush. Oh gosh, I don't know.
If any
can't
listeners
remember.
out there are built like Mystique, hit me up.
We're kind of going back to our 2000s cartoon tier list. We had a lot of like, oh, they were hot when we were kids. We were like, whoa, first childhood crush. Like that was I gotta go back and dig through those memories.
I'm trying
I
to think
honestly
like the
can't remember.
weirdest crush because I had a lot of weird ones.
Okay, I do have you know what? Actually, the girl from My Life as a Teenage Robot, because I was like,
Jenny.
I really like her outfit, but I know that that's not skin; it's robot.
It is in fact.
You
robot.
mean metal?
It's robot.
Oh, yeah.
She robot.
That's
She
what
made
I
a
did.
robot.
That's what I said. She's robot. But that one, I was like, you know what? I'd be down for it. And then I became an adult, and I'm like, you know what? That's weird. So there you go.
If you got with her, she's got metal skin, right? So like
She's got robot
like
skin.
perma hardened nips, so you could be like, is it cold in here?
Why would they be?
I
Why
don't
would
think
they
she
be
has nips.
constructed perma hard? And also, isn't like, aren't her?
It's metal, dude.
My
It's
grandmother
metal.
made her.
She's a robot.
An old lady.
Wait, an old lady?
Yeah, an old lady made her.
I thought it was her dad or something.
No.
You're thinking of Powerpuff Girls.
Oh.
She was a weird lady.
Okay. Well, okay. Who else has one?
I mean, I can't think of a cartoon, but like I used to like this kid in elementary school who had like one of those rat tail braids.
No. In elementary school.
Yeah, like he was cute, but for some fucking reason he had a rat tail braid. And it was
Just cut it off and
my
he'll be
mom
perfect.
would make basically my mom would always make fun of him to be like, oh, look at the little rat tail.
Rhiannon, were you into Spirit,
Yeah.
the horse from the cartoon Spirit?
Yeah.
The shame.
But not sexually. I just love that movie.
Shame.
Oh,
It's a horse girl movie.
Shame.
I'm so good.
I mean, the horse from what's it called?
Spirit
Tangled
the
was pretty hot.
Stallion of Shimmeron.
You know, I think my
He was a
weirdest crush was
stallion.
Peter Pan from the live action film.
That is
weird.
I don't know. I just always thought it was weird.
Men in tights.
You look great in tights.
Yeah, that one, the first
what?
one that came up. The 2003
This one?
version. Yeah.
This guy?
Yes.
All right. I mean, he's got nipping out. That's more than most actors of that time. So good kudos to him. You know, he's built different.
He do be built.
I had a crush on the
You don't get to
the
pick two.
blonde witch in Hocus Pocus.
Everyone did.
Yeah, Sarah Sanders.
Ain't that great in the movie?
She like the perfect bimbo though.
Yeah,
Bimbification,
that really
Yeah.
started
baby.
my obsession.
My lucky rat tail.
Oh my god, it's already been 46
around.
minutes, guys.
Oh damn! What we were doing?
What's your opinion on the war in Iraq?
Against it.
Moving on.
Did you guys see that Afghanistan has basically been lost?
No, but now I will look into that after
I can
this.
find
Yeah,
it.
they said the Taliban were going to take like a couple months to take it over, and it's been like a week, and they've already. I think the only remaining capital. I think Kabul is the only remaining city that is free of Taliban control, and that's not for long. They've already given up the
Kabul?
government to the Taliban. Yeah, so 20 years and what was it? $3 trillion later.
And also a lot
Our
of
almost
generation of Vietnam, baby.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing
Alright.
worked.
At least Raytheon got a good, and Boeing got a good pay bump.
Oh yeah, I'd love that.
I don't know. Does Boeing do a military? Or am I thinking
Yeah, I think
of
they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
All right, boys. It's been a good podcast. I hope you all enjoyed. Will, do you want to play us out? Just kidding.
Stop.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I got it.
Okay.
Hurry,
All
Will,
right, here
hurry.
we go.
Play
All
us
right.
out.
Jesus Christ, you're gonna. Okay. Okay.
Do you think I should do the same joke twice?